My name is Marina Swann. I'm a musician, and I like to say that I'm 50% songwriter, 50% producer, because I could never pick between two. And I always wanted my songs, they always come to me with arrangements and the sound palette, kind of like world building style. So I started with songwriting and eventually mustered some strength, bravery, confidence to study production as well. Graduated from Icon Collective in a couple years ago, a year ago. And now I write and release my music in my studio, and yeah, I'm developing my artist career.
That's awesome. And what inspired you to start making music and how did you get into music?
I grew up around music because my dad plays guitar and sings, and I was always exposed to kind of campfire guitar style music, and I just always sang. One of my first memories, I don't have a lot of like super early memories, but when I was in first grade in elementary school, I got my first F for singing in class because I just could not. It was weird. And then I think, as for many people, I started writing songs seriously when puberty hit and you get all these hormones and feelings and the world is all like changed and you feel all these overwhelming emotions, and there you have to like find a way to express it and to connect with it and kind of feel less lonely and process things. So that's how I started.
That's so awesome. So, what type of songs were you writing? Like when you started writing, and how did that help you when you had to for sharing your emotions? And it's like, okay, you're like putting it into that energy.
Um, it's always like it always felt like I existed in two worlds. One is like a real world, and one is like a layer of the narrative world on top of the real one. So it's that like every situation, every circumstance, everything that we see is a narrative essentially, and just expressing everything that happens to me in that form of a story and like an emotional arc and a storytelling arc, I think was always the main theme. And also just capturing very specific instances through like tiny details, little reflections, little like sensory details, and just creating this kind of kaleidoscope of feelings that I experienced in a certain situation.
And then my next question. So, what's your favorite thing about writing music?
I think music is kind of tapping into the collective consciousness. It's bigger than us and it expresses, it's like one of the things that truly connects us. It's something that is truly for the heart and for the soul, and it's pretty rare in modern world. So it's very, very precious to me in that way. And I also think that my favorite thing is just music can capture, because it's so like multifaceted, it can capture something that you really cannot explain in any other way.
That's so true. I love that. Oh my god.
It's also like,
Yeah.
it's like a friend. It would like, it would be there for you always, like no matter, like you can never be alone if you have music. You always have music.
You're so right. Like it really is like that companion that's like always with you. It's like a transparent friend.
Yeah. It's like the serendipity is like crazy because you do. I listen sometimes. It's like my words and my thoughts and different people. I was listening to Sufjan Stevens the other day, and I'm like, oh my god, this is this exact like metaphor that how I describe that feeling.
Yeah.
And or like Lucky Lee made me cry, the new album, because it's the same thing. It's like how did you know? How did we find the same words, the same like musical emotion to describe? Like it's truly like such a connectedness.
And what's your songwriting process like?
It's always different. I like to challenge myself, and I think we all fall into patterns when we write stuff because we are taught or we taught ourselves to write a certain way. I studied guitar and piano at the music school when I was a teen, and guitar eventually became my main instrument that I played. And then eventually I noticed how much it limits me in my expression, like the tempo that I pick, the harmonies that I pick. So I need to branch out. And then I noticed that even if I write on the piano, I always start with a harmony, and that kind of brings a certain quality to the music that again like becomes repetitive. So then I'm like, okay, what if I start with a beat and I just make a beat and write to that and don't have any chords at all? And what if I start with the lyrics? The weirdest thing that I've done so far was watching contemporary dance and people on mute and writing music to that, and like trying to find melodies and lyrics that describe what they were doing, because there's like tension. Music is all about tension and release, and there's a certain quality of the movement that connects in your brain with the sound, like what it would sound like, the quality of it. So it's like a very interesting experience. Yeah, I recommend writing to the muted video of people dancing, or really like any muted videos.
Yeah.
I took a little course at the School of Song with Brian Eno. Highly recommend. It's actually available. They like sell it online after the fact. But one of the first tasks that he gave a couple of muted videos, and he's like, try to write to that, and also try to imagine that is something that you don't know. Like there's a plane, but you don't know what a plane is.
Yeah.
Kind of imagine like you just came into this new world and you don't know anything about it. Like, find the way to describe it.
Yeah. That's so cool. And I know you make dance music a lot. So how has your experience went with that? Like how do you feel when you see a dance and you're like, oh my god, like this could totally be a great song, or in the opposite of like, oh, like how do you land at that place where it's like that feeling of like, oh my god, my music made someone move, and it's so important because dance is so connected to music as well, and how, I don't know, how does that make you feel? Like as therapist was
I always perceived music as two components: the storytelling kind of emotional side that is all like here, and the very visceral side. And the same way I perceive my emotions as well. And you have to process your emotions in your body. They all actually live in your body. And dance music and electronic music, I feel like it's very visceral, and it's a component that's always missing for me in a lot of really gorgeous, beautiful songs that are just storytelling. I want to feel it, like really feel it in my body, and not just like hear it and like think that, oh, that's how it is, like here in the clouds. And yeah, just certain textures make you, music is so visceral. It's like sounds are scratchy, and they're like, they purr like a cat and like vibrate and like punch you, and it is a very physical feel that I love about it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love that. I know music is obviously like a big collaboration. It's like a big. So how do you find friends to like work on music with? Like, what's your collaboration style?
I was trying to write cold email someone in the Instagram DM right before you came. This guy called Junifer. I really like his music, and his voice is just super like, it's just like airy and it's flowy and super wonderful, and I feel like we would really vibe. But you were like, how do I tell this to this person, like 2 words on Instagram? How do I make them like believe that I'm for real? We would make a great collab. Well, I was lucky because at Icon, the school where I studied production, they paired us with people, and we all had to do multiple collabs. We all had to do and also wanted to do multiple collabs, and I still write music with a few of my now friends from Icon, and a couple songs are coming out very soon. One is in like less than a month, so I'm super excited about that, but there's so many more to come. And collab, I feel like my style of collaboration is just coming with prepared, with an open heart, and really letting go of like owning anything, truly making this like between two people, a conversation, something that two people create, or however many, but two is kind of a good it can get messy with too many people in one production room. And yeah, it's just trust the process and something new. Like the most exciting element of collaboration is that something new is always created. Something emerges that I could never ever could have thought of on my own, and that's only that magic is only possible when there's multiple people. So don't try to bring too much of yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Try to like be more receptive. This song is called Pershing Square, and it was the first song I wrote when I came to LA in English. And it's about compassion and about connecting to other people, but also escaping yourself, your own, like looking deeper into yourself at the same time. Silver shoes and all my best tattoos. Tonight I'm watching people looking for the clues. Oh, I'm just faking you. Why are you mad? What did she say? What do those wrinkles on your forehead tell? Why don't you stay? Where are you going? I wanna know what's in your headphones. Can I guess the song? it's so funny that it's like 30 seconds on the guitar, just like a ring.
I love that. It's nice. I like it. That's music.
And the second one is called Metropolis, and it's also about the city. I want to sing it because it's the one with the beat, and I just really like how it sounds with the electric guitar and the beat and the voice, like everything kind of mixed together. It's kind of hybrid. That is about that like layered narrative real world thing. A city is always alive for me. I've very recently, for some reason, discovered that I'm actually a very urban person. I do love nature, and I always thought that, well, nature is my biggest inspiration, like duh. And then I noticed that nature totally like soothes and relaxes me, but my creative energy really flows when I'm in the city, like in the midst of it. There has to be like the beauty and the ugly mixed together, and that's what makes me go. So it's a song about the city being a person, being like a conscious thing that is like alive.
Dreams on repeat.
called Tangerine. It just released. Woo!
Yeah.
Release is called Release for a reason. It really does feel like one. And that is a song about a moment when, after a lot of difficult stuff like immigration, very difficult stuff in my personal life, and some like really dark shit, I was in a moment when I'm like new crush energy, and we're just dancing together, and everything is just like illuminated, everything is magical, and it's that like fragile happiness when I'm like, oh my god, I have to be a good person every second of my life now, because otherwise I'm gonna jinx everything, like all the good stuff that is happening to me right now. But just feeling that elevated thing is, yeah, it's capturing that emotion. This one's called Tangerine. It just came out. Street, say, feel the feels. Welcome to Neverland. And no, this feeling 128 per minute. Give me just one reason to never, never leave this. To never, never leave this. To never, never leave this place. And then we go on at the base of my heart. All that the melody breaks here. So when you touch me, let the gravity set us free. Like we never do above the city lights, 'cause the fear can't hold me. This must be the life, and it's golden. Being by your side, sitting in the sun with closed eyes. All I see is color of tangerine. Time to breathe in. And know this feeling 128 per minute. Give me just one reason to never, never leave this. To never, never leave this. To never, never leave this place. And then we go on at the base of my heart. All that the melody breaks you. So when you touch me, let the gravity set us free. Like the melody above the city lights, 'cause the fear can't hold me. This must be the life, and it's golden. Look at me, how dare it be? So she must be happy.
What's your advice out there for anyone trying to get into music, or anyone? I always ask people like, what's your advice for someone that's like, music is not my thing, or something like that.
I guess the first thing that can be applied to music or anything else in life is finding a good balance of like input and output, because it's very fun. I used to live like that for years because I started making music pretty late, like as a serious thing when I consistently make it. Um, you get stuck in that input mode when you just go and party and socialize and dance and do all the fun things and explore and travel and all of that. But then it's never like the cycle is never complete without the output, without the other part. So kind of finding the right balance of receiving all this information, all those experiences, and finding a way to put them out back into the world. For it doesn't even need to be like anything that you release and go in public and like tell, just for yourself, kind of feeling that full cycle of your perception of the world. And another thing that is super super important, and I feel like everything starts there, is having a growth mindset. There's a great book called Mindset by a psychologist called Carol Dweck, and the mindset is basically about everything always moving and evolving, and everything being a series of small steps that you take. And even if you don't see the result right away, the result will inevitably come if you keep doing that. Anyone who like ran a marathon or did anything like that where you like build it over time, and you absolutely could not do it in the beginning, like you likely cannot run a marathon when you start training, but then in the end you can. Just having that, and it also really helps to understand your spot. Like we're all on a whatever line, curve, something, like going from this point A to point B, and this is your realistic skill level where you're at. These are your strong sides, these are your weak sides. Having a really honest assessment in that way, I feel like it's very helpful, and that unlocks all the potential, because if you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going. So